Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Scope. And now, here are your hosts, Jared, Adam, and Shane.
Hey everybody, episode, by my notes, 169.
69,
In
dude!
vernacular, that's 169.
I see Adam is sponsored by Under Armour this week.
Yeah. Mr. Red Headband in the hizzy.
You realize Under Armour is the company that destroyed the U.S. Olympic speed skating.
You support bad uniform makers.
You know, Shawnee Davis might be one of the least likable athletes.
He comes across as a cold, wet fish, doesn't he?
Fuck. Just completely unlikable.
Yeah.
It's good that we're talking about Olympics 4 weeks after they ended.
It's topical is what it is. We're very topical.
It matches my sweater.
Adam's,
I'm colorblind. I might be
Adam's
wrong.
got Olympic fever.
He
South
does.
Korea.
He's
Winter-
Pyeongchang.
Pyeongchang.
Pyeongchang. Where's
Not Pyongyang, that's in North Korea.
Right. Where's the 2016 games? Where are they going to be? The summer games?
Summer games will be in
Rio.
Is that
Rio de Janeiro. They've got their own worries over there.
AIDS.
Nothing but AIDS. Everybody's got AIDS. And sexy tanned bums on those beaches.
You know, we probably missed an opportunity to talk about the Olympics a couple episodes ago. It would have been more timely.
NBC would have sued us.
Mm-hmm.
We can comment, can't we?
No.
We just don't. No? We can't?
I'll just say
All right.
this. I watched a lot of Olympics.
Yeah, so did I.
A lot of Olympics. Like
Yeah?
all of the Olympics.
I was
My
surprised at
wife
how
is
much.
an Olympic fan.
I watched a lot of the primetime stuff, but I would start, 2 hours into the broadcast and then skip everything.
What'd you think of Pink Eye Joe?
Bob Costas?
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna do? I don't know. He tried to do his best, try to get through it, and then he couldn't. So
Here's
he had to
an
take a week
idea.
off.
Don't wipe your eyes with your shitty hands. That's what you can do.
Okay. So you're saying if I'm pooping and I get shit on my hands, I shouldn't immediately put that in my eye?
I'm saying.
So are you
if
going on record as saying that Bob Costas is wiping his fecal matter into his eyes and that's how he got pink eye?
I'm saying that's the most likely scenario.
Is it?
Is that how you get pink eye? Fecal matter in your eyes?
according to Judd Apatow movies, it is.
Oh.
What movie was that in?
Is that? Are they the system of record? Judd Apatow?
Was that the Adam Sandler one?
CDC watches those for tips, right?
It was Knocked Up.
I don't remember that.
Happened. Go watch Knocked Up.
I believe you. Hey, calm down. Calm
Listen,
down.
Alex.
How did you and Alex ever patch things up?
It's not good, guys.
No.
You'll learn more
Another time.
Later
on
the
episode
show.
170.
All right.
It's a teaser. Also, that's
And you said you had
premium
nothing to
content.
talk about.
You're
Black.
going to have to
Wow.
donate to our Patreon account in
Yeah.
order to
Yeah,
see
like exclusive
to see
paid member content.
Jared, what day is this episode going to be posted?
The 17th of March, I believe. St. Patty's Day,
Yeah.
guys. Woo!
Guess what?
Green beer for everyone.
On our off week,
Yeah.
I will be in Mexico.
Wow.
Doing what? Are you replacing?
Vacation.
Oh, I thought you were replacing the guy that they caught on the.
Yeah, El
Chapo?
El Chapo. That's-
They called you up, huh? It's a
so
shame.
we gotta.
They took out El Chapo.
We got an opening.
We need you.
We know you love the nickname El Chapo.
Okay, what would be your Mexican gangster name be?
Oh my goodness.
El Chapo's taken.
Let's brainstorm this for a second.
What's
El
your
Chapo?
middle name? Do you have a?
Adam.
Is it- it's not
Chupacabra.
My middle name is Adam.
Chupacabra is too obvious. It got to be El something.
Yeah.
So like,
El
Palma Shambro.
no, it's
El
got to be like
Gordito?
it's got to be based off like a physical trait or something shameful from your youth.
How do you say strong?
How do you say poor masturbator?
Gee, whoa.
I'm not real good at it.
Probably El Masturbito? I don't know. I don't think that's a thing.
El Beto.
Hold on.
Looking
he's
it up.
looking it up.
So you got to use in Siri.
Could we name it after?
How do you say
Can we name it after-
masturbate in Spanish?
This is compelling stuff.
All right.
Masturbarse. So masturbaro to
El Masturbaro. Is there-
mal.
is there a-
Mal masturbaro.
I think if I had a nickname, it would have to be based on a canceled Taco Bell product.
Master Barce. Ooh, here we
Yeah,
go.
like a Taco Bell product.
Masturbarse.
Masturbarse, says Google Translate.
Masturbarse.
That lady sounds into it when she says it.
That's
Masturbarse.
sexy. That's a good nickname. El masturbarse.
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 Masturbarse. I
Masturbarse.
wonder if I said that to Audrey, what she would say.
Well, she went to Spanish. She's still in the
Oh, yeah,
Spanish
that's why
one?
we're taking her. She's going to be our little translator.
We can have it in Arabic, too.
مارس العادة السرية.
You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to do that in
Jared's
Arabic
going to hell.
countries.
No? Well, in honor of the Winter Olympics in 4 years, here it is in Korean.
Why is that only in mono in my ear?
I don't know. It's only in mono in mine, too.
Masturbarse.
Let's go back to that.
Masturbarse.
That's just
She's
so,
saying out
so
of the side
sweet.
of her
I
mouth.
think you need to keep that one. You need to get a grab of that one, Jared.
Masturbarse.
Masturbarse.
All right, I'll keep that tab up so I can
All
record
right.
it later.
So
Okay,
there
you're
we
going to
go.
Mexico. Yeah, we're very jealous.
Going to
of that.
Mexico, and guess what? When I go, the temperature is going to be 70 degrees here in Minnesota, and when I come back, there'll be a snowstorm. Thank you.
I don't know about that.
Oh,
How
hey.
long are you gone? Let's talk about
1
this.
week.
1 week. Exactly 1 week. 7 days.
7 days.
That's
Do you
Christian
specifically
week.
take time off so that it doesn't interfere with the podcast? Where you're
No,
like, hey, I have a week off. I can.
That's exactly how we do
I
it.
think it just timed out well. Is it spring break for your daughter, right?
It just happened to be spring break,
Okay.
but I knew that this was going to be an off week in the scope, so we would have taken Audrey out of school for a week if it meant
Sure.
keeping our recording schedule on track.
I would not expect anything
Of
less
course
from
not.
you. Obviously,
Masturbarse.
our fleet of Patreon contributors would not expect anything less from you.
Do that South
Fleet.
Korean one again.
Fleet. Patreon
I want to
dot-
hear that South Korean one more time.
South Korean one. Oh goodness. I think it's just Korean. I don't know
Okay.
if I don't think they have
They don't
different
delineate?
languages. Here we go.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Here we go. I'll put it in stereo.
Is there another one you can give me?
Oh, I got all kinds of languages here. What do you want? Slovak? I got Slovak.
Yeah.
Masturbować.
Oh, I like that too. Master Bavert.
What else do you want?
Hebrew.
Hebrew.
that
Here
there?
we go. We got Hebrew.
Oi.
Oh, just not. I don't have an. Can't speak it. Can't speak
How about
Hebrew.
Greek?
Sorry. You want Greek? I got Greek. Here we go.
A block. Nothing to say.
Αυνανίζομαι.
It's just mumbling.
Αυνανίζομαι.
Oh,
That lady is-
You can almost hear the feta.
How about
Αυνανίζομαι.
No, that lady is masturbating right now. So she's like,
Αυνανίζομαι.
Can I switch to a man's voice?
What about
Do I
Italian?
want to do that? This is the show where we display the Google Translate voicing of
Yeah.
masturbation or masturbate in different languages.
what about Italian, as my dad would say?
Masturbarse.
Masturbarsi.
And Viva la France?
Oh, here we go. French. That's
Paris
with an
talk.
F, right? Here we go.
He just says, ooh la la.
Here we go.
Masturber.
Masturbe. Sacre bleu.
Masturbe.
Masturbe.
Do they have like, Esperanto?
Masturbado.
Computer masturbation. Masturbado.
Masturbado.
What about Deutsch?
Deutsch?
this show is now for 14-year-olds.
Here we go.
Masturbieren.
Masturbieren. They don't roll their R's in German. How dare they?
Masturbieren.
I don't know what to tell you. That's what it says.
I don't believe it.
Okay. Mongolian. This will be our last one. Really? Masturbate? I guess they don't have a word for it in Mongolian. I guess that's what happens when you're a world-conquering power.
They just chop off
back
your ding-dong.
1,000 years ago.
Can you give us one more? Canadian.
Canadian, there's no separate Canadian. I can give you Catalan. That's as close as
What
I
is
can give
that?
Masturba.
A lot of robotics. The James Cameron future is coming true.
you. Or Swedish.
Onanera.
Oh, no, that's sexy. I like that.
It does.
I need to go to Sweden.
And let's go back just to cap it all off to the one that started it all.
The trend-setting.
Here we go.
Masturbarse.
Sounds so good.
How many times are you going to say that when you're in Mexico?
Oh my God, I'm going to say it
Masturbarse.
all the time.
Si, señor, masturbarse. I'll get you a private room.
Apparently, I'm going to be hanging out with Speedy Gonzalez.
What about Slowpoke? Is he going to be there?
Maybe you can...
Speedy.
Masturbarse.
Masturbarse.
All right, guys.
I dare you to order a burrito with masturbarse when you're down
Yeah,
there.
they got on the side of Master Barse.
And you'll know, but they won't know that you know.
Yeah.
They'll just think you're some
Could I
green-
get the burrito with
extra Master
let me look this
Barse?
up. Let me look. Master Barse? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's on my phone. It says right here, Master Barse.
Just give me that salsa masturbarse.
no, only two pesos. Salsa Master Barse.
Yeah, it's great. It's spicy.
How do you spell Master Barse? We'll talk about that offline.
It's masturbate, except for with this last T is replaced with an R and an S. Otherwise, it's exactly the same. And it sounds like this.
Masturbarse.
Master Barf.
Oh, I tell
All
you
right.
what, we can manufacture content. That is for sure.
So we've got a new game show, a new game coming up.
That was it. That was the game.
it.
Yeah.
How many ways can you say masturbate? Yeah, we've covered it a lot.
Dozen at least.
Now, there's more to this show. It's a new game that I'm creatively calling Rank 'em.
Rank them.
Right.
So I'll get into the nitty-gritty of it soon, but needless to say, it's going to be intense.
Could be dope, y'all.
It's going to be dope, and Adam's going to have to make some very, very difficult decisions. Stop looking at my lists. So let's take a quick break.
Yeah.
And I'm going to poke Adam in the face. Pew! Adam, I'm going to punch you in the face. Get your face a little closer to my box.
Wait. All right, my face is close to your
No,
box.
there we go.
ahead.
Ready?
Wow. I love it. This is you can only experience this on
Jared,
YouTube.
too.
What? Oh.
All right, we'll be back right after this.
The dumbest thing you've ever.
Attention fans of funny music. The first ever comedy music convention is here with performances by Carrie Dolby, Devo Spice, Garden Fresh, The Great Luke Ski, Tony Goldmark, Matt Griffo, Dan Hart, Insane Ian, Phil Johnson, Possible Oscar, Power Salad, Raymond and Scum, Sea Monkey, Tom Smith, and Worm Quartet. And presenting this year's special guest of honor, legendary radio personality Dr. Demento. FunkFest is taking place June 20th through 22nd at the Westin North Shore in Wheeling, Illinois, just outside Chicago. Tickets for the weekend are just $35 until March 31st. Join us for live concerts, panels, Dr. Demento's Festival of Dementia, Demented Karaoke, a Q&A with Meatmorph Studios, and the 4th annual Logan Whitehurst Memorial Awards for Excellence in Comedy Music, hosted by Dr. Demento.
Hi, this is Dr. Demento. Come join me and my friends from the Fump at FumpFest this June in Chicagoland.
Visit FumpFest.com to register for the event and reserve your hotel now. That's FumpFest.com.
Hey, everybody, we are back. Masturbation Hour continues on the scope. We haven't done a game in a while. And there's no real winners or losers in this game. This is all opinion game, Jared. Is there a technical term for that?
Social game.
Opinion game.
Opinion game. There we go. We nailed it down. It's a game that I've lovingly labeled Rank 'em.
Do I need to take notes on this?
No.
Okay, good.
I'm ready. I'm taking notes.
So the concept is
Rank them.
The concept is simple. I've got 3 items,
Ooh.
and I want you guys to rank them from least to best.
Least to best.
And justify your selections.
worst to first.
Worst to first.
So the first show is Justified. What's next?
I don't even know if you need to take notes.
Okay.
Some of these, some of my topics are aimed more at 1 or 2 of you than everybody, but we'll see how it goes.
So you're not participating,
I am participating,
but you're cheating because you know the things
I
ahead
do
of
know.
time. All right.
So let's just start off with one that could be somewhat controversial or just could be easy to get into.
Okay.
Are we ready, Jared? All right.
Boobs, tatas, or titties?
I like them all. I cannot rank them.
Okay.
We're going to start with the superhero group, the X-Men.
Okay.
Then we're going to follow them up with the Avengers.
Oh, we're playing it. Okay, this is the group. Got it. X-Men, Avengers. Okay.
And then the Justice League. So we've got 2 Marvel groups, 1 DC group. All of these are big movie properties. All these are big comic book properties.
And we're not using one medium.
You can do it any way you want
Any
to.
way you
There's
want.
no rules. There's no
Okay.
regulations.
Okay.
And since Adam's a big talker,
Yeah.
let's start with Adam.
This is a hard one because the cast of all of these is always different. We're talking about JLA, talking about JLU, talking about
Justified however you want.
we're talking about Justified.
You rank them. Rank them.
You justify it any way you want. So I've given you these,
Talking about the
these
Americans.
superhero groups.
Okay. Well, so least to best.
Least to best. So start with the one that appeals to you.
Easy to say what the least is.
Go
and
ahead.
That's the Justice League.
Okay.
It's basically the Super Friends, and it's DC, so just terrible.
A lot of classic Golden Age heroes, though.
I know, but it doesn't
Superman.
appeal to my
You're
modern
Batman.
sensibilities.
You're Martian Manhunter.
Also, none of those guys were
Plastic
Justified,
Man.
which I thought is we're
What
ranking
about
these-
there's so many variances.
Like
of,
every DC hero has been in the Justice
Are
League.
we? Wait. All right. Question. Protocol
Yeah.
decision. Are we supposed to allow Adam to finish his ranking before we discuss, or do we just jump in whenever?
Like I do all 3 of mine, or are we all doing number 3?
So this is what we'll do. We'll
Okay.
let the first person that I addressed the question to initially give
Mm-hmm.
them all, and then we'll from there you and I can sort of go back and forth.
Because otherwise we'll get nowhere.
Yeah. So let Adam go, and then we'll crush him or agree with him.
All right. So my least favorite, I'm going to go with Justice League.
All right.
DC doesn't appeal to me as much, especially comic books. Superman is almost his own thing, but I've got daddy issues.
And then the movie version of those is still a bit up in the air. We don't know what it's going to be. It sounds crazy, whatever they're thinking.
And I don't like Chris Reeve Superman movies, like now. I'm sure I liked them when I was a kid.
All right.
Next up, I'm going to go with X-Men. I feel like if you had asked 13-year-old me this...
I'm locking him in.
Are you locking in?
13, yeah, locked in. 13-year-old Adam would have said X-Men #1 because they've got Wolverine. But Wolverine has existed in both Avengers and X-Men.
He has.
Also...
Recently kicked out of the Avengers comic, by the way.
That's not canon for me. So, and I feel like the X-Men... It's just over. It's just silly.
Their time is over.
It's just silly. It's too much yellow. That's my biggest issue.
He doesn't like yellow, Jared. Yellow costumes are out.
I don't like Asians.
So you're ranking purely on current incarnation.
No, but that probably is factoring higher than it should. But whatever.
Okay.
And I'm going to pick the Avengers as the top one because I really feel like, man, that was a good movie. And I like Iron Man. I like Tony Stark.
Sexually?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, he's got the
He's got the look, as Roxette would say. He's got the look.
I feel like they have a stronger attachment to modern day, metaphors with politics and society than the X-Men do.
Interesting.
So you feel like discrimination is over. We're post-discrimination.
We've got a black president, guys. It's fine. Everything's
Can he
done.
shoot laser beams from his eyes?
So the mutants as allegory for other groups is not
over.
appropriate anymore. Okay. Interesting take.
So Jared?
Hey, I'm the only minority in this room. I think I can say that.
I'm a half minority.
Whatever.
I'm Pueblo. I never told you. Jared, so Adam's list is as follows. Worst Justice League. Mid-range X-Men. Best Avengers. Is Adam correct?
Adam is incorrect.
Oh, I disagree. I think Adam is correct.
I disagree.
High five. Okay,
I'm
justified,
not
Jared.
graceful.
He's turning the music off. He's so angry.
Sorry, I'll keep it going.
Go ahead. Tell me your picks.
I think your number 3, your worst, is correct.
All right.
Justice League is, but I think you need to swap Avengers and X-Men, and I think that's because I'm basing it more on the breadth of X-Men and its popularity and all of its various titles. Yes, there are some stinkers in there, but I think
X-Force.
For my money,
your
reading comics through the 90s and into the 2000s before I stopped reading them, I enjoyed X-Men titles way more than I enjoyed Avengers titles.
90s were the worst time for comic books, though.
They're so much better now, Jared. The Avengers is so good right now.
Okay. But I'm going on my experience, and for me, X-Men and all of the related properties I give the edge to them over the Avengers.
Who is the hottest X-Man?
Who's the hottest X-Man?
Hottest X-Man.
Dazzler.
I don't know. I liked Polaris for a while.
Ooh, Polaris. He likes.
I was a big
green hair.
X-Force fan, though.
He likes
an
green hair.
X-Factor.
She was an X-Factor for a while. Well, there you go. Adam, I agree with you.
Thanks.
Jared does not.
All right. But hey, we all agree Justice League is just shit.
Okay, I've got.
So points go to Jared. Wrong. Okay. I don't know. I tried to give points to this. So I'm doing a whose line is it anyway?
Yeah, a million
4,000 points to Ed.
That's the end of that round.
Jared, I've got one for you.
Hold on.
Stoke the music.
That's all you get.
Jared, this is a tough one. This is really going to challenge you.
Okay. I'm remembering how all these pieces fit together now.
First item,
Okay.
Han Solo.
Han Solo.
Number 1.
Okay.
Number 2,
Yes.
Indiana Jones.
Ooh. I'm sensing a trend.
Number 3,
Yes.
The president.
Michelle Obama.
What?
No, Rick Deckard from Blade Runner.
Really? You've probably given me the easiest one.
I don't know.
These are Harrison Ford roles.
Harrison Ford,
Classic,
roles.
iconic sci-fi roles. Worst is clearly Eric Decker.
Really? People
Rick
love this
Decker
movie.
from
Eric
Blade
Decker.
Runner. It's a one-shot.
All right.
It's one movie, and you know what? I'm not a huge Blade Runner fan. I've probably maybe seen it once, maybe twice.
Okay.
So I just It's the impression isn't there for me. Things get a little more interesting, I think, in the number 2 position, but I'm going to go with Indiana Jones.
Oh.
In the number 2 position.
Even though
for
Indiana
Harrison Ford.
Jones is Harrison Ford's favorite character to play.
He can do his own list if you can get him on the show.
I did, and put him on the screen, Jared.
Wow.
Harrison Ford, everybody.
Oh, he's just gonna not answer our questions and enjoy watching us.
He's gonna mumble a lot.
And Harrison Ford, of his 2 iconic Lucasfilm roles, the other one being obviously Han Solo, I think that this is the less prestigious. I don't know. Everything comes through Star Wars when it comes to Harrison Ford in movies for me. So I have to give the nod to Han Solo in the number 1 position because it's so iconic. It's so tied to, my youth and seeing these movies and loving these movies and living these movies. How can you not? So, number 3, worst, Rick Deckard. Number 2, Indiana Jones. Number 3, Han Solo.
They named the dog Indiana. Adam.
Yeah.
You've heard Jared's selections.
Yes.
Do you agree? Or
I
do you
disagree.
What? Response. Go. Give me your list.
All right.
Do it.
Number 3 is definitely Rick Deckard.
Rick Deckard. Okay.
I don't like.
That's a softball, guys. That was an easy.
I don't.
one.
I
That was
don't
a
like
trick.
that. I don't like that movie.
It was a trick.
I've seen 3 different versions of that movie.
You don't like any version.
I don't get it. I don't know why.
Do you get to see Daryl Hannah's boobs in that one?
Does it matter? Or do you get see?
I own it on DVD. I
you
should
do.
probably watch it again, but
Let's do it. Let's watch it. Turn it on.
All right.
Okay,
Watch it
so
right
Rick
now.
Deckard is at the bottom.
Yep.
But this is the question. If you disagree, okay, let's try to think about this.
Mm-hmm.
If you disagree with Jared, what could be that second position? I think it's probably the guy from.
I was really expecting you to pull out his character from Mosquito Coast, but
Yeah. Well, I mean that goes without saying.
yeah.
I was going to say his Ender's Game guy because
As-
Jared loved Ender's Game.
As a child,
Mm-hmm.
I loved Star Wars.
Loved it.
I probably saw that movie other than Wayne's World 1. I saw the 3 Star Wars movies probably the most of anything during my my childhood.
Okay.
But I feel like he's kind of a one-note character. Han Solo.
He's a supporting character. No doubt about it. I
You
won't
guys-
even argue that.
Do you guys know that Mandy thought his name was Hans Olo?
And you
I'm writing that down.
You elected to share a house with her. How dare you?
Hans Olo. I hit her so hard that night.
Is he Norwegian? I mean, what's the deal?
So weird.
Hans Olo. No, he's probably Danish.
Han Solo.
Wow.
Yeah, I shot first.
Yeah.
Duh.
But as a child, when I saw the 3 Indiana Jones movies, the only ones that actually existed,
Do you take off points for that last Indiana Jones?
he hid from a nuclear explosion in a lead-lined refrigerator.
So you don't take off points.
He not only
that's
hid,
science.
was he not launched?
He was
in the air?
launched and it bounced around and the door stayed shut.
Yeah, he was fine. That movie came out. I equate that movie to
A
the
mistake.
Star Wars movies. I
A
don't
fever
really
dream.
consider them the same thing.
A fever
I don't know why. I loved I loved The Last Crusade. I love everything about what is probably the weakest of those 3 movies.
It's good.
Okay.
We named the dog Indiana.
I just said that.
Remember dog Indiana.
Oh, Sean Connery, everybody.
So that's all.
I'll
That's-
take the
that's-
rapist for $500.
Barso. All right, there we go.
Incorrect.
I don't really know how.
Got a tail on that one.
I'm not
ahead.
going to respond.
You don't
I'm
even
gonna let
want
you
to?
go fight. I'm not going to get into this with you two.
Okay.
It's too much.
We're done.
We're done. It's a tie. 10 points each.
If you pay us, then you'll hear Shane's exclusive sponsored response.
Patreon.
Guys, I'm going to give this one to me.
Okay.
This involves the world of video games. First, Nintendo GameCube.
Okay.
Write these down. Notes.
GameCube.
Next, Nintendo Wii.
Interesting. Very similar.
And next, Nintendo Virtual Boy.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
No.
That's way too easy.
Yeah, that's
So what have I said so far, Adam? You got the notes down.
GameCube and the Wii.
Are you just making this up?
Finally,
Yes.
Nintendo 64, also known as Nintendo 64.
No, that's a softball there.
Nintendo 64.
Softball.
So I've got to rank these.
Yes, you do. Worst first. See if you get it right.
This is a tough one. So I'm going to
say it
start. God darn it.
Worst one.
I'm going to put the GameCube as the worst one. GameCube is worst, although it still has a lot of positives on the system. A lot of great Star Wars games on there. What's their biggest known Mario game on there?
Mario Sunshine? Is that on
Mario
that one?
Sunshine, I think, was their big game.
Oh, on the GameCube.
Or was Super Mario? What was the first one that was three-dimensional?
That was Super Mario World. That was on the N64.
Yeah, but the one. Okay, yeah.
So the
It was
second
Super Mario 64, wasn't it? That was called.
Mario.
Doesn't matter.
The second system.
We'll get corrected.
Second system. Nintendo Wii. I didn't play a ton of great games on the Wii, but some of my best times playing video games was Jared and me throwing bowling balls.
Yeah, we bowled.
Nude.
We're good. No, you did.
Throwing bowling balls.
Just tell everyone about that. No, did you?
And then finally, the best system. Mario Kart 64. GoldenEye.
There you go.
It has to be the N64. Has to be. Although if you go back and play those games today,
Well, they look terrible.
they're not so good.
They're ugly, ugly, ugly games. Even with that 8 megabytes of RAM that you could add to it.
I know. Donkey Kong. I mean, this thing
Rogue
had it
Squadron,
all.
yeah.
Rogue Squadron.
The best
Diddy Kong Race
WCW versus NWO Nitro.
is the one I threw in the trash.
That was a good
Wow.
game. But
Wayne Gretzky Hockey. The game that came out for $75 for the N64.
Legend of
Jared.
Zelda: A Link to the Past.
Superman
not-
64.
Ocarina of Time.
That's the one. Link to the Past was that saying.
Superman 64.
Shadows of the Empire, Jared.
Killer game.
It had it all. So you've got my list, Adam.
All right.
Do you agree?
I disagree. Just outright, immediately disagree.
Turn them off. Jared, do you agree?
I agree with you.
Okay. So Adam,
Yeah.
counterpoint. Go.
The Wii history will show to be the worst system. Timed that really well. Like it was frowning at my my answer.
Yeah, that's what I do.
History will show that to be the worst system of Nintendo's.
Even though it could play GameCube games, doesn't
Yeah.
it get points for that?
no, and I'll
So
tell you
it's effectively a GameCube and then more on top of it.
yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you
I love
why.
playing all my N64 games on my GameCube.
I'm gonna tell you why the GameCube is one spot higher than that. And it is not because of the GameCube
Small.
or any games that it came with. It's because of the Wavebird controller. The Wavebird controller was the
Wireless.
first party wireless RF controller. You could use it a room away. Every controller now is either Bluetooth or RF or some
I
version
never did
thereof.
that
It
Wavebird. Never had it.
it was perfect. Like before that, all the wireless controllers were IR, so they were terrible. You had to
Yeah,
have
you had a
direct
line of sight.
Mm-hmm.
It
Forget that noise.
revolutionized my living room.
No more spilling of the giant Cheetos bowl when someone walked by and tripped over your gaming controller cable.
Or no tripping and pulling out the whole Nintendo and,
Right,
and spilling
right.
it on the ground.
Right, or just remember how the first Xbox had like a breakaway cable?
Yes.
Just for that very reason.
Yeah, that was smart. The one good thing they did is as far as controllers go on the original Xbox.
The original Xbox One. Bringing it back, yo.
You mean the Xbox?
Adam, you
Yes.
make
Yes.
some great points.
Thank you. Following that, I would say Wii as the worst, GameCube as the second. I realize it's a controversial pick because I'm just picking the Wavebird second. N64 is definitely the top of all those because of all the games that you said.
Yeah.
That system just had so many,
And it was out at the same time, too, as the original PlayStation, which had a lot of great games, too. It was a golden age of video games.
It was.
Yeah.
And there was a Sega Saturn, Dreamcast kind of at that same time as well.
It was Sega's last breath. Yeah.
Remember all those? We played Turok on the N64,
Oh, yeah.
Jared?
God,
like,
yes. Perfect Dark.
That was the first time that multiplayer became
Yeah.
just this
There's 4
thing.
ports right on it.
Yeah.
It was built in.
We played the hell out of GoldenEye, Turok,
And
Perfect Dark.
what size
all those.
TVs were you
and we
playing
played
those on?
Turok and Perfect Dark
Yep.
and GoldenEye.
And
probably
Turok? Did we mention Turok?
on probably 19-inch TVs.
Yeah. Or
Four-
No, I had a bigger
split
TV.
screen.
You had a
Okay.
32-inch.
And I played a shitload of Mario Kart 64.
Yeah.
I don't know if Jared, you weren't really involved in that group very much, but I
No.
had sort of a separate group of friends where we would play Mario Kart from like 10 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Yep.
And we made our own rules. Like, we'd have teams on there. So you could actually, if you accidentally shoot your other person because the homing shells would just go to the closest person. So you had to play a whole different game. We'd play 100 games at a click.
Yep.
I couldn't believe that we'd do that. Like, I'd go home at 6 a.m. 6 a.m.
Yeah. I would play that from time to time with you guys, but you guys were so much better than me.
Yeah,
I just
Jared to get mad.
Paintball mode in GoldenEye.
Paintball mode, Jared.
The Golden Gun mode.
Slappies.
we played slappers
Slapper.
only sometimes.
That was a good game.
Yeah.
Next.
All right, that was it. That's those.
Adam,
Yeah.
this one will be easy for Jared and me, but it might be difficult for you.
All right, top Christian.
So Jared
holidays.
and I guarantee, yes, top Christian holidays. This is music related.
Okay. Top Belle Biv DeVoe albums.
Ready, set, go. Number 1, U2.
Oh no, I saw this one. This one's really easy.
Number 2, Green Day.
Oh wait, this one's really hard.
Number 3, The Beatles. These are all bands that Adam hates. There are no Broken Bells.
Sleigh bells? I don't like broken bells. I like sleigh bells.
There are no Postal Service. There are no OC. Adam?
No, I don't. I'm not.
Okay, Adam, you think about this. Jared and I will tell you the correct order. Jared,
Yes.
go.
Correct order is
Worst.
Green Day,
Correct.
U2,
Correct.
the Beatles.
Correct. Adam, give us your false opinions. You must pick. You must pick!
All right. I hate all of these bands,
Right.
but I hate Bono the most of any of them. So I think U2 is my least favorite. They have their songs are terrible too, except for Lemon, best U2 song.
Oh, we're going to get YouTubed for that. You're
13-year-old
completely wrong, by the way.
13-year-old me really liked Green Day, and I think that is a good example of why you should never trust yourself when you're 13.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll pick them next.
The other is the constant masturbase.
Masturbase.
No, hey, you can keep doing that your entire life. You're setting a good example.
What am I doing right now, cameras? What am I doing right now?
And even though I don't like the Beatles,
You understand their place in history.
I understand their shitty place in history, and
Wow.
Eleanor Rigby is a good song.
Okay.
So I'm willing to put them number 1.
Okay.
This is a good list of overrated bands, by the way.
I figured you'd like that. Jared, Adam loses 10 points. Dude, let's break it down.
Is this a Beatles song, guys? I love that. Never mind.
Guys, I got another one. I'm not going to throw it to anyone specifically, but I'm going to put it out there. Whoever is intrigued by it can jump on it.
All right.
It might be Adam. I think
I'm going to answer like Arthur Chu. I'm already buzzing in.
Wow.
Are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, Saved by the Bell.
Oh.
Number 2,
Yep.
Did I Do That? Family Matters. Number 3, Whatever Happened to Predictability? Full House.
All right, I'll go first.
Of course, Adam is on it. Adam, you probably watched a lot of TV during this show. Jared and I were out humping chicks at this point in our life.
Yeah.
So, Adam, I've given you
Yeah.
almost
I was
2 of them from the TGIF.
I was dating this hot Latina named Master Barce.
Something mean of her parents name her that.
Let me break this down for you.
All right.
Full House,
Yeah.
Family Matters.
Yep.
Family Matters, a spin-off of
NYPD Blue.
Chicago
Hill Street
Hope.
Blues.
Cousin Larry,
Chicago.
Belky Bartakamus.
Oh.
That was a spin-off.
Was it
of
really?
Perfect Strangers. Absolutely.
Wow.
You've got Full House, not a spin-off of anything, but showing the depth and breadth of John Stamos in his acting ability. And then you've got The Dark Horse, Saved by the Bell, Saturday morning sitcom, maybe the prototype, the archetype for all of the Disney and Nick shows that you see nowadays. It's very, very similar to that.
Yep.
Same times. They're played at the same time.
Yeah.
So
This is a very serious discussion.
very serious. You watched a lot of these shows, I'm
I would
sure.
say I watched well over 75% of each of these shows.
And guess what? My daughter loves Full House right now.
Really?
So I have skin in the game. And it's not my ding-dong. So let's send this over to Adam. Let's
All right.
stop wasting time. Let's cut right to the
Finally.
chase.
Yeah.
Order them correctly.
The worst one easily is Family Matters. Urkel.
He's a gimmick.
It's a gimmick, and it's a bad message because when he turns cool, then all of a sudden the girl that he's pawned over his whole life.
He's Urkel.
Yeah, Stefan Urkel.
Stefan Urkel.
Then she likes him. Also, one of the daughters became a porn star.
In real life.
Wow.
In real life.
I never really watched.
That's what we in the business would call a fun fact.
I never watched Family Matters.
Okay.
Secondly.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Family Matters doesn't matter.
Secondly.
Baba booey, baba booey.
Full House.
Yes.
Was a show that started on TGIF, you're right, but then moved to Tuesday nights. How do I know this?
How do you know that?
Because while I was in Hebrew school, which was Tuesday nights.
You never in Hebrew school. That's all part of your ploy.
One of the girls in my Hebrew school class that I had a crush on loved Full House.
Mm-hmm.
That's
and that girl's name is Mandy.
Yeah. Mandy, obvious Jew.
That's what I thought.
Okay.
What?
It's not. No one here.
Did I miss something?
I don't know. I made it go in a very strange direction.
Full House is...
I'm going to touch Jared's mic.
Full House, not a good show either when it really comes down to it. Long lasting, I don't know why. But Comet the dog was a pretty dog, so I guess it's got that going for it. Saved by the Bell.
Here we go.
Is still a good show to this day.
What?
Saved by the Bell.
What's better, the Beatles or Saved by the Bell?
Saved by the Bell. Not even close.
Hit that one more time.
I gotta wait for it to end there.
Saved by the Bell. It is forever rewatchable, especially if you are.
I don't think this one's gonna get the point across.
Especially if you're. Thank you. I know I'm correct. Especially if you're my age or you're a guy's age. If you watched it when it was new and then you watch it again now, you can't turn it off. It is like the Shawshank Redemption. When it comes on, I will watch the rest of it. What? Oh, is that Zach Morris? Is that a quote?
Is that Matthew McConaughey?
No.
McConaissance?
So anyway,
I haven't edited that one.
Family Matters, Full House, Saved by the Bell.
Jared, you've heard him.
Yeah.
First of all, I think the revelation we've heard, I wrote a math formula. Saved by the Bell is greater than Beatles.
Yes.
That's right. But I think we all agree that Family Matters is number 3.
I only watched one of these 3 shows.
And which one was that?
For me, Full House has to be number 1.
Full House is older too, is it not? Or do they come out around? I think Full House came out in 89.
The Miss Bliss original Saved by the Bell
terrible.
might be slightly older. Yeah, it's probably not.
I honestly don't know if I could pick one, but I think that I probably would pick Full House to be better than Saved by the Bell.
Full House 1987.
And then Saved by the Bell was 89?
89, yep.
But what Miss Bliss was 88?
What?
Miss Bliss was the show that technically preceded Saved by the Bell in the Saved by the Bell universe, based in Wisconsin.
This doesn't come up on
something Miss Bliss. Regarding Miss Bliss is this prequel regarding Henry.
The one thing that I can say about Saved by the Bell,
it's not really that,
which they did embrace, at least in the post Miss Bliss era, was that they aged.
Mm-hmm.
They went off to college. They went off to summer camp or the beach.
They went to the beach. They went to Hawaii. Kelly Kapowski, just a sex idol for us.
No DJ though. That's all I'm going to say.
DJ has become a crazy Bible.
She's not that crazy.
Her
brother's really crazy.
I know, but she is too. She's not as crazy as Kirk.
She doesn't put it out there as much.
She's married to Pavel Bure. Or maybe Pavel Bure's brother.
Guys, I've got 2 left.
Jodie Sweetin, also a drug addict.
She's better now.
She was a drug addict.
I've got 2 left. Jared, this one goes to you after you get done grooving and moving. Headphones are killing me on my glasses here. I've got one that's tough.
All right.
Adam, 18 points.
Okay, good.
Jared, 19 points.
So close.
Shane, perpetual winner. I got 3 tough ones, Jared.
Okay.
You're going to see a theme.
Okay. I'm ready.
Number 1. Matrix Revolutions.
Matrix Revolutions. Is that the final one?
I think is that the final one or the second one?
It's the last one.
It's the last one. The worst Matrix.
Got it.
Fact checking.
Revenge of the Sith.
Okay. 3rd of the prequel trilogy.
And The Hobbit.
The first Hobbit. Because we never saw
Hobbit.
Hobbit, what is it?
The Wrath of Gugelmar.
Worst to first,
Jared. So a lot of the theme on this is that
it's Hobbit, the one that came out a couple years ago, not the cartoon.
The Hobbit that we saw.
Right.
So the theme
part
here
1,
is
because we never actually saw part 2. Right?
What was the second Matrix movie, by the way?
Reloaded.
Matrix Reloaded.
Yes.
So what we have here is
Oh,
a bunch
you mean
of
the Animatrix?
No.
It's canon.
underperforming sequels to beloved properties.
Or prequels.
Did The Hobbit underperform, or did it just critically underperform?
Critically underperformed, we think.
Okay. I'm not sure about those box office numbers.
And we're right.
Box office, it did well.
I'm getting casual here. I'm going to bring the mic in. I'm getting real casual as I think about this. Like how I'm just like chilling on the edge of my box here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Worst to first.
Worst to first. I know you're stalling. But let's get to it.
I have to go. Okay.
Talk us through your thought
For
process.
me, I have to go with my own personal impressions.
Mhm.
Can't go with anyone else's opinion. It's my own experience. And for my own experience, the worst of the three is the first Hobbit film.
All right. 48 frames per second.
Did not like it. Did not like the 3D. Maybe that would have changed my impression. I've only seen it the one time, though.
Okay.
I can't speculate, Shane. I've got to go with what I know.
Don't speculate.
Got to go with my gut.
Go with your gut.
Number 3
That
is the first
beautiful
Hobbit
gut.
film.
Okay, number 2, the
The
mid-range.
Undiscovered Country, I think it was.
That's right. Your mid-range selection.
My middle of the road is probably The Matrix Revolution.
Okay.
And because I didn't hate it as much as everyone else did. I actually sort of enjoyed it. Now,
My favorite part of it was the 5 minutes of Neo in it.
I haven't
And he
seen-
didn't do anything.
I've only seen it the one time it was in theaters. So I own the trilogy. I should really go back and watch it just to see if my opinion of it is any different.
Yes.
But as it stands,
Yes.
with my one viewing years ago, Matrix Revolution's in the middle.
All right.
That would leave number 1, Revenge of the Sith. By far the best of the prequel trilogies.
But still not great.
Not great. Has some things that I probably would not have done were I making the film, but it does have some good stuff.
R2-D2 flies.
Yeah. I don't. Again, I haven't
He flies
watched-
in the second
I
one,
haven't
too.
watched it in
Yeah,
a
I
while, but it seemed like it was. I don't know. No, I'm sticking with it. I don't.
All right.
I mean, just because it's a Star Wars movie, it gets an automatic bump. Sorry. It does.
Well, I wouldn't go that far for me, Jared.
Okay.
But I will say I agree with your list. Let's look at Adam.
I disagree.
You always disagree. You're
I
Mr.
know.
Contrarian.
It's not my fault.
Justify
You
it.
guys are having the wrong.
Justify it.
So now we have
Justify it.
Now we're doing Justified top 3
Yeah.
episodes. But
How is your list going to change?
Probably the
please?
season finale of season 3 was pretty good.
that's
Maybe
I'm on that season
Okay.
right now. Okay. Now, I understand, Jared, where you're coming from, not putting
Do
the
you?
Matrix at the at number 3.
Okay.
But just to explain where I'm coming from,
That's what
the
you gotta do.
Matrix, the first Matrix, was amazing. We can all agree at that, right?
It was amazing. It was
I
completely
loved
surprising.
that movie. And then Matrix Reloaded came out.
And we were like, huh?
And I was like, this is not good. But they're going to fix it, guys.
They're gonna fix it. They're
Yeah.
gonna hear the
Because
feedback.
you only had to wait like 6 months
Yeah.
for the last
They did
movie.
them back to back practically.
Yeah.
So
which probably should have been a clue that they weren't going to be able to fix it.
So I went in with just expectations, just all of the expectations.
You had them all.
That movie
Every
was
expectation.
that movie is bad. Like Shane said, Neo is not even in the
No.
movie.
And what he does do, he's blind
so
and he floats away like a Christ
stupid.
figure.
God, that movie is that.
When was the last time you saw it?
I watched the riff tracks of it, so 5 years ago.
That doesn't count.
Yeah, it does. You still remember? Here,
I guess.
best part of that movie.
Yeah, but it's coloring your experience. You're not coming at it with an open mind.
that one Italian lady's boobs, Persephone's boobs.
Yeah.
All right.
She has huge boobs. That's the best part of that movie. Next, The Hobbit. I would, if this were not Matrix Revolutions, to put it there.
What
I
if we
would've-
put Matrix Reloaded there? Would that flip them? Because Matrix
probably.
Reloaded had some decent.
It had that cool truck, the truck scene.
Yeah.
That was
but
it.
it still was like, something's a little off here. That's what when we were watching that movie,
Yeah.
like this.
But again, like I had expectations that I was like, it's okay. The next movie they'll fix it all. And
Nope.
no. The Hobbit I did not like, but my expectations were also low. I didn't really like the Lord of the Rings as much as everyone else did, so I didn't really care.
I really liked the Lord of the Rings film, so yeah, The Hobbit
Okay.
was disappointing.
And
And I
then-
didn't see the second one yet. I will eventually.
I liked it more, but
that's what everyone
it's got
says.
its own weirdness.
And that
Okay.
leaves Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, which is not a good movie, it's especially compared to the first, episodes 4 and 5. But it might be up there with 6. I don't really like 6 that much either, so maybe that's why.
Return of the Jedi?
Yeah.
You don't like? Okay.
I like the original trilogy, 4, 5, 6, way better than any of the other ones now that I look back at them. But that's just me.
Is it true? I've heard that 20-some things, those guys in their 20s and their girls in their 20s now, grew up with the prequel trilogy and really, really like it and find that the classic trilogy is boring and slow.
Well, it is slow.
Have you experienced that with anyone?
I experienced it when I watched A New Hope with Mandy, who had never seen the whole thing, or that she remembered anyway.
Okay.
And you don't even meet Luke until an hour into the movie, 45 minutes into the movie, and Luke you don't even leave Tatooine for an hour and 20 minutes.
Okay.
That.
Al felt the same way, that it felt like a plotted 70s movie.
We gotta get to the second.
I think that Empire is a little bit better in that.
Mm-hmm.
And, Jedi is too, but
we need to complete the series of Al watching the Star Wars movies.
We got to get back to that. So there we go. So guys, we have one left. This is one I can't even play. This is directed to you two, Ham and Eggers.
Best things about Shane.
And this is going to be a tough one, I think. TV shows.
What did you just call us?
Ham and Eggers.
So Beavis and Butthead reference.
Hey, Ham and Eggers.
So we've got 3 TV shows, guys. I'm listing them now.
Sounds like you said a bad word in there. Just going to point that out.
First TV show, Lost.
Okay.
Second TV show, I have it spelled Breaking Bad, but it's Breaking Bad.
Is that okay?
And the third show,
yes,
The Wire.
Okay.
Worst to first.
This is easy for me.
Yeah, it's easy for me.
Adam, we'll start it.
Lost is the worst of these. Breaking Bad is almost up there with The Wire, but The Wire is the best show.
Incorrect!
Oh!
Breaking Bad's not better than The Wire.
It is.
No.
It is better.
Why is Breaking Bad better than The Wire?
I felt the last season...
I don't know what happened, so...
I'm not going to say
tread gently,
specifically
Jared.
what happened. I'm just going to say I think The Wire hit its peak in season 4, and then season 5 was a bit of a letdown. It was still good, but it was a bit of a letdown.
Adam, true?
I feel like, yes, I feel season 5 is not as good as season 4, but I feel like season 5 is still one of the top seasons of television.
How many seasons were there?
There's 5.
There's 5.
Okay. So the last season not as good is what you're saying.
Not as good, but still good.
Okay.
Whereas
Breaking Bad may have went out super high note.
I think Breaking Bad continued to improve every season until the very end.
I agree with that.
And I think for me, it was one of the most exceptional TV experiences I've ever had. Not only just enjoying...
Better than True Detective?
Well, it remains to be seen. I've only
Better
had
than True Detective, Adam?
I don't think it's fair to compare.
Compare? When were you ever into fair?
I feel like this season of True Detective is the second top 5 seasons of TV I've ever seen.
Compared to season 2 of Saved by the Bell? It still holds up to this day. Better than the Beatles.
What?
Good Morning, Miss Bliss? Maybe that's what it was called.
He's really thinking about that.
But I feel like season 4 of The Wire is the single best season of TV. Maybe season 5, the last season of Breaking Bad is right below that. And I don't know. It's where we are 6/8 of the way through a season. I don't think.
Where does season 2 of New Girl fit?
It's better than season 1.
Okay.
Really? New Girl?
Yeah.
I feel like New Girl's circling the toilet right now, but that's my opinion.
Well, this
anyway,
is season 3.
This is season 3, Jared.
I'm just saying. I don't think it's good.
Counterpoint.
Counterpoint. No, I mean the Wire and Breaking Bad are both great shows. I think you can swap them around. And for me, Breaking Bad is number 1, and The Wire is a close number 2.
Would you guys put a close number 3 that wasn't Lost into this mix? Do you have a show you like that could
Alien
be better
Nation.
than Lost? Duh.
I would probably put Game of Thrones on that list
I
before
forgot about
Lost.
Game of Thrones. I also wanted to pick shows that were done.
Sure.
I wonder if Lost
But even
has
3 seasons of Game of Thrones, I think, is better than the entirety of Lost.
I agree.
Not that Lost was terrible. I mean, it definitely had some great stuff, but there's a lot of...
If you go back and watch...
aged well.
But if you go back and watch some of Lost, I think it does age fine.
Okay.
I think
in
there
my
are
mind,
some really
it
good episodes. I was watching some...
Paolo and what's her face?
I know. Even that, I think, is much to do about nothing. But I think that the stuff where they deal with the characters is unbelievable.
You don't think that season 4 feels like they're just not doing anything the whole time? I feel like there's an entire year, maybe a year plus.
I felt that way more in the last season, last season and a half, where it was like a lot of, in the need to tell a story and put out concrete things that explain things, that they screwed up a lot of stuff. That's what I think. It's my opinion.
It's just like when you have a slow episode of something like Game of Thrones, that slowness, it's just building tension, like in a good way, where I feel like, in retrospect, I was bored with Lost.
Well, keep in mind, though, that Lost also suffered from a writer's strike.
Yes.
And it suffered from the fact that they have to have more episodes than
they
any of
wanted.
these other shows.
Sure.
Yep.
So maybe if you cut Lost in half in terms of the amount of shows that they did, maybe that show ends up being as good as some of these because it's not.
We'll never know.
You'll never know. Let's do an edit. We'll go through. We'll do a super
maybe
edit.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt will do an edit of, Topher Grace.
Topher
Topher Grace will do an edit of Lost, and it'll be perfect.
Jared and I had a big fight about Topher Grace.
Yeah, we did.
I think he's a fraud.
I think he's great.
I think he is a fraud. But that's another story.
I'm not bringing up
show.
anything because I think we've said all that needs to be said about it.
We took that off there. Anyway, so there we go, guys.
I feel like The Wire is a more important show. Just a more important show. That's my view.
Well, I think there are two sides to every story. And I don't care to hear either one of them.
You're looking for the other side to The Wire?
Yes.
Like the perceived bad guys side? They're all bad guys.
It's all gray. It's all gray.
Do you like Friday Night Lights better than Lost, Jared?
No.
Adam?
I
mean, we could talk about
two episodes.
We could talk about season 2 of Friday Night Lights and
Yeah.
how big of a misstep some of that stuff was, but they recovered.
They just ignored it.
Yeah.
They just ignored it.
It's probably the best thing to do.
That's right. So, hey, everybody. First edition
I don't
of
want your life.
First edition of Scope Rank
That's
'em.
Varsity Blues. Thank you.
Scope Rank 'em, Jared, is over.
Rank them.
So let's take a quick break.
Yep.
And we'll be back with Coming Soon.
Help! Please! They've locked me in a box. Under the scope.
Take it, Adam.
What?
Take it, Adam. Do it.
All right, we got some music coming soon. George Michael has a new album.
He's back.
He's back. Foster the People have an album, so it's their big follow-up.
Got to tell you, their first single they've released is so ordinary and so plain.
That's how I feel about all of their
And
stuff, but that's
well,
me.
I mean, you could say Pumped Up Kicks at least had a different vibe to it. It was a different sounding song. You may like it or not.
Yeah.
It's
But
about
this song sounds like just plain boring pop. I was really surprised. The lyrics are uninspired. So I hope there's more to it than that.
What was the rest of that album with Pumped Up Kids?
They had
Kids, like-
Helena Beats on there.
Oh, yeah.
Which
I like
I
that
really
song.
like that. I probably
Yeah.
like that song better than Pumped Up Kicks.
Yeah.
It was okay. It was an okay album.
Hauschka have an album coming out.
So that's the kicker for the Seahawks, right? He's got an album coming out.
Yep, he's
Steven Hauschka.
the off season.
He's a rapper.
Good to know.
Perfect Pussy, which you added just so I could say that. Love it. Say Yes to Love.
So it's sort of
Perfect Pussy.
a weird contradictory. Perfect Pussy.
Why? Are you
This puss-
slut shaming this
Because
band?
pussy's so crass, but then you say yes to love. It means something.
Hey, women have bodies.
Can I say
too.
yes to that dress?
Yes, say
Of
yes
course
to
you
the
can.
dress.
Okay.
Always do. Taking Back Sunday.
I always say yes to Sundays.
Isn't that band, the Christian band, that the lead singer just got busted for trying
That
to
is
have
not-
his wife
that's-
murdered?
I hope that's not the same because I would not include that sort of stuff, that trash in our.
Movies, we've got Muppets Most Wanted. Did you guys see the original? Not the original.
I did see it.
2 years ago.
I did see it.
No.
It was okay.
Yeah. What do you
Sorry,
think about
Luke.
this?
It was just okay.
What do you think about this one? Think it'll be good?
I'm not that interested.
It looks kind of
And
weird. I'm not an adult Muppet fan. I don't know.
I think I
It's
just
not for me. I
love
loved them as a kid.
Yeah.
I don't have the nostalgia for it anymore.
I love Jason Segel. I feel like I'll probably
Yeah.
watch anything he has anything to do
Too
with.
bad he's not in it.
Produced this one?
He's not in it though.
Wrote this one.
I don't know if he wrote it.
Did he?
I don't think he did.
Was he the best boy?
Did he see it? He probably saw it.
He was probably.
I think that he was cut out of the equation.
probably a grip, right?
That's dumb.
Luke can confirm,
Keep
but I
it.
don't think Jason Segel has anything to do with it.
Jason Statham.
Yeah.
Statham was
Statham is
definitely-
in it.
he's
Cranked.
definitely- He's gonna high speed chase.
And Divergent.
Yep.
Or Hunger Games
Did
with
not win passes to that one either.
psychic powers or something.
I don't know about this one. Some people are really really excited for it. I just
Seems like it's a trend of just doing young adult films.
Everyone
Yeah.
loves
young adult movie films.
YA movies.
yeah,
books.
it just feels like too much like the Hunger Games. It feels
Yeah.
like almost exactly the same thing.
It's Twilight all over again. We're going to have a dearth of these.
I guess. And if you do them well, who cares? But I
Darth
mean, the
Vader
Hunger
of them.
Games series is so well done
Yeah.
that
And it's got a pretty lady in the lead.
We forgot to say 3 weeks ago that the Hunger Games was coming out. Oops,
it was
on DVD. My bad.
It's coming on Blu-ray. Okay.
Do you guys see that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Had you guys read the books ahead of time?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I had read the books after seeing the first
So
film.
I'm just gonna spoil if you haven't seen it. It's fine.
Hurry up, my legs are cold.
Okay. When I read the first book, didn't read the second one, so we went to see that movie, and I was shocked that there was Hunger Games again in that movie. I had assumed there would be no more Hunger Games in the book, The Hunger Games, and
They sort of go by it pretty quickly, though.
yeah.
I know one person who was upset with the series because they did that. Mr. Thomas Kingsley Troop did not enjoy the fact that they went back into the arena.
Seemed a little contrived, but it's
Yeah.
exciting. All right, we've got some DVDs
They
and
did a good
Blu-rays
job with
that's coming out. We've got Inside
Llewyn
Llewyn Davis,
I'd like to see that still.
Saving Mr. Banks.
We saw it.
You guys didn't like it too much.
It was
did you?
okay.
It's okay. If it's great for Disney fans. Otherwise, it's just average.
And then we've got video games coming out. We've got Ninja Gaiden Z.
What's that first part? What's that first word that you want to
Yiba?
say? It's
Yiba?
Yiba.
All right. Everyone's just going to call it the new Ninja Gaiden game like I did.
Sure.
Metal Gear Solid 5, Ground Zeroes. Multiple Ground Zeroes.
Mm-hmm. This is like a sample disc, right? Where it's only got part of the game.
Yes,
It's
but
really
they're selling
expensive.
it for $30 or $40.
Yeah. We'll not buy it.
No.
I probably wouldn't buy the new one because I'm just so tired. I don't like stealth games, I've decided. I don't like sneaking around in games like that.
Yeah. I like it in Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, and that's about it. But there's a lot more going on there.
Yeah. And, you know what? You did it in, what was the game we both liked a lot? Far Cry 3.
Sure. But there's eventually just blowing shit up.
Yeah. And Mario Party Island Tour for the 3DS.
But wait, there's more.
What?
Hit it or miss it, hit of the week. Hit it or miss it, miss of the week. Look out!
It's my turn this week, and I am selecting a Blu-ray/DVD release. One of my favorite movies of 2013.
What about HD DVDs?
Of course, it's everywhere.
What about DivX?
Yes. Every format. It is American Hustle.
Nice.
David O. Russell, American Hustle.
I didn't even realize that connection before. Russell and Hustle.
He only does movies like that.
A great cast. Amy Adams, I've said it before, is the highlight for me of this fantastic film, and I'm not talking about just her costuming. She was terrific, and I suggest everyone go out and at least watch this film one time to get a nice little taste of a 70s crime caper.
She seems like such a nice lady.
She does. She seems like she gets it.
Remember when she was Amelia Earhart in Night at the Museum?
I don't.
2?
I never saw that one. I only saw the first one.
It's still good.
I don't.
Okay.
Not a fan.
She's adorable.
Wasn't she on In Between Two Ferns with Zach Galifianakis, and she was very funny. In that. So there we go, Jared.
Good job.
It's done.
Okay.
I think her and I would be friends.
I think so too. Her and me and Helen Mirren and Emma Thompson. We would all hang out and have a really good time.
Think so?
Is that who she hangs
Absolutely.
out with?
Interesting.
Those would be my girls that I'd want to hang out
Did you
with.
guys see the BuzzFeed
The new
comparison
Golden Girls.
of Jennifer Lawrence and Helen Mirren? How
I
they're
did.
basically the same.
It's very strange.
It is. It's kind of creepy.
I did not. I'll have to look that up.
Look it up.
Yeah. Jennifer Lawrence looks like a young Helen Mirren. It's almost uncanny.
Well, then she's hotter than hell.
Folks, we've got comments. This is from episode 166, which was our Oscar prognostication episode.
We're still so fired up by it. We haven't even talked about the results.
I know.
Next show.
Yeah. So we got a little YouTube comment thread on this one. A fellow named Abdul wrote, and he says, "I stopped watching this video once I saw one of the broadcasters."
That's us.
Didn't even put it in quotes. We're broadcasters, guys. I saw one of the broadcasters saying that he didn't see all the films. WTF? To which I responded, hey, thanks for sticking around for as long as you did. We never profess to be experts or have time to see every nominated film, but we're able to follow trends well enough to make some educated guesses. And then we had an interesting follow-up to that, which sort of made Shane and I chuckle. He says, that's great, but if you want people in the film industry to trust you more, don't follow the trends. Let the trends follow you. Thank you for your comment.
Thanks, Abdul.
I appreciate the comment, but it's like really, really strange. I'm not sure who he thinks we are.
Yeah. I don't even know who we are, but I don't think we're that.
Yeah. So that happened. So guys, are we setting trends yet or not?
No, Adam's on his phone right now, so that must mean something.
Good job. One more comment.
I'm looking at that thing up you guys told me to do.
Okay.
calm
Also,
down.
friend of the show, John Norton, writes in to say, hey, one point of confusion. You guys kept saying it's common for Best Picture and Best Director to go to 2 different films, and it's rare for the same picture to pick up both awards. Honestly, it's the exact opposite. In the past, Best Director always went to whomever directed the film that would end up winning Best Picture. It's only in recent years that the trend has been broken a little. Blah, 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 more stuff. Okay.
I blame Jared on that.
Hey,
We may have misspoke. I think if I said it, I was probably saying it in context of the modern Academy Awards where there are more than 5 Best Picture nominations. I feel like, and I had a chance, obviously, to go and research my response prior to, but I didn't. But my gut tells me that there's been more splits in that since they went to the new format than there were previously. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Previously, that was fairly uncommon for Best Picture and Best Director to go to different films.
we don't deal with facts on this podcast.
We are
don't.
anti-facts.
No, we're not following other people.
And
we're
anti-quality.
we're blazing our own trail.
We're creating trends.
Yep.
Helen
Not
Mirren
following
was
them.
fucking hot.
Yeah, when she was younger, she was a
Yeah.
little vixen.
You know, if you have an opinion on Helen Mirren, you can call us at 612-21-SCOPE. That's 612-217-2673. You can also write in comments at thescopeshow.com. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr. All those links are on the website at thescopeshow.com. Shane, you look like you're bored.
I'm just getting
You wanna
comfy.
get home?
He's signing.
I'm signing.
Or if you prefer to watch what Shane is doing, check us out on YouTube. That's youtube.com/thescopeshow. Like this episode, subscribe to the channel. But you can also help us in another way.
How's that?
You can become a patron via Patreon,
A
Shane.
patron saint.
We have a Patreon account. It's patreon.com/thescopeshow. And you can sponsor for as low as $1 an episode. And you can put a monthly cap on that. But you can funnel a little money our way to help us keep the show going, pay for our bandwidth, buy these fancy, expensive microphones.
Fun a little money, honey.
Yeah, pay for our time. You can do that there. We've got at least one patron as of this recording, so thank you for that.
Thank you.
And hopefully we'll have more as we go along here, but that's patreon.com/thescopeshow. Again, the links at thescopeshow.com. Shane, back to you.
There we go. So guess what, guys? It has been a hell of a show. The next time you see me, hopefully I will be tanned.
Oh, yes. You probably have some Mexican gang tattoos too, right?
Yeah.
What was your name again?
Mustard Barce.
Mustard Barce.
Masturbarse.
Just one last one, just to close
So
it out.
I'll tell you about all my drug running deals that I
can't
have
wait.
going. This would be crazy.
Great.
Or I'll just hang out with the all you can eat.
Are you gonna
buffet.
wait? Are you gonna be a mule?
No.
Gonna be a mule. Are we
gonna
gonna
be a
have to do
mule.
a cavity search when you get back? No.
Other people can be my mules.
Okay.
I'm the boss.
Right.
El Master Barce says. El Guapo.
See, senor.
All right, guys, let's wrap this up. For Jared, Adam, this is Shane. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll be back in a few weeks with more Scope.
Ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves once again at the end. I hope you've enjoyed our time together. I know I have. Fear not, Scope faithful. Days shall pass as if they were but a moment. And Jared, Adam, and Shane will return with another thrilling episode. Until then, send your comments to comments@thescopeshow.com or leave a voicemail message by dialing
612-21-SCOPE. That's 612-217-2673.
Thanks for listening, faithful fans. This is Tony Partington saying good night. Tune in next time to another terrific edition of The Scope.